Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Oklahoma Open coverage of your Round 2 Front 9. Commentated today by the Toss-Up crew, myself, Jacob Grannan, and joining me is Taylor Noriega.
I am super stoked to once again be doing this here at Blackhawk. Now, mind you, they are playing this course twice in the same day for obvious reasons.
Yeah, conditions at Post Oak were not great Friday. They had to postpone that round and decided that 2 rounds at Blackhawk was going to allow them to still get the 3 rounds in that they wanted. And yeah, but again, shout out to our camera operators and sponsors. These guys did an excellent job, as you will see here in just a moment. And let's get into the player profiles.
First up, we've got James Owens, leader through round 1 at 11 down. The Tulsa native is definitely showing that he's got what it takes to take this course down.
Familiar face, GT Hancock, a very familiar player with the Oklahoma courses. He comes up quite a bit, and you might have even seen him on some tour events this year.
Might have even actually seen him on our channel. We getting into Zach Nash here, who picked it up on the back 9, had an incredible eagle on hole 14 in round 1. If you guys have not checked out that coverage, do so.
Matt Bell still contending. He's on the lead card, as you can see, for this second round, looking to make a push back to try to give himself a good opportunity.
If you're looking for your next disc golf challenge, look no further than Knockwood Disc Golf Course. For more information, visit playknockwood.com. Let's get into the action. And we're going to start here at hole 1, par 3, 285 feet. Getting a little ahead of myself there, Jacob. This one you want to start with a birdie, because you get a birdie on this hole, then it just opens up the confidence for the rest of the course. Interested to see how some of the newcomers on the feature card played this hole.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to your second round of the 2025 Oklahoma Open, brought to you by Under Par Apparel and Innova Champion Discs. This is our lead card in the MPO division. First on the tee, your leader at 11 under, James Owens.
James definitely going to be looking to score on this one, as you guys maybe saw as the whole flyover went. 4th easiest for the second round. Looks a little pulled to the left.
I think
have some turn on it, though.
He did that in round 1, too. There wasn't too many great shots from the feature card on him.
He sits at 8 under. It's GT Hancock.
I'm excited to see GT play this course. I've gotten to play a couple holes with him a couple years ago.
This dude shreds.
Yes, and he makes it look easy, just like that.
Goodness.
The little flip up to flat, little bit of turn, and if you're behind that tree, you've got a 16-footer.
Also at 8 under, Zach Nash.
Spin King. See if he can get himself up there with GT. Also making it look effortless. Oh, late flip. Hits off that tree. That is the spin. That is the spin you see as it rolls away.
That was rude. That went from 15 feet to 50.
Matt Bell.
A little flip up from Matt here. One of his staple shots in the bag, I'd say.
That's exactly what he did round 1, and that's called consistency. Big tester putt here for James to get it started. Full commitment, which is what you want to see.
I do have to correct you. Round 1, Matt actually threw into the rough and took a bogey.
Oh, yes. That is Jacob having the better memory, as Zach Nash drains the unfortunate rollaway and gets himself started with the birdie.
The rest of these guys, yep. You know, GT going to tap in a birdie. Matt going to tap in his birdie. James with the lone par. Not what you want to do coming off of the hot round from round 1, but we're going to move on to hole 2. Getting into hole 2 here, going to be 550-foot par 4. As the drone flies through here, you'll see there is a mando tree on the right of that short tee pad that you want to get to the left of. This ditch that we're about to fly over is going to be playing OB today. The water raised up a little higher than they wanted to see, and they just wanted to mark it off to prevent any issues of play. But yeah, 2-shot hole, looking to get this one. See if GT can get himself in position for the upshot.
Now, I'm not familiar with GT's bag, but that looked like a Meridian Discs type disc, which I do know is one of his sponsors. So it looks like he's just playing the layup and going for it on his second shot.
Zach looks like he's going for the over the ditch and did not make it. Yeah, that's
limmy limbs.
tricky. He got unfortunate in the first round as well. I like the layup play. I think that what these guys are doing with these shots, you don't need any more than that. You don't have to get across. It does make it easier, but it's not necessary.
The only annoying thing that it does bring in is if you hyzer too much, and then it just makes you to where you have to like hyzer again, but like not at the preferred angle.
But yeah, that's from James. That's like an ideal position from right here.
For
this
sure.
is what you're looking for, because you have the option to go in front or behind this tree. A lot of people are going to elect to go behind it, like James.
Yeah, you go behind it, then you don't have to have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
See, this is a little bit tricky here, but
It's pretty much where he was in round one, and got an unfortunate tree kick. This time,
get some
though,
ground play over there.
This time he got the right angle. It's in the right spot. That's also going to be looking at a birdie. GT, honestly, arguably, maybe even in the best position. Being on that short pole where the other basket location is ideal. Is that going to be pitching up for his third?
And
that's a bit short.
Yeah, left it a little bit shorter. Now, a huge putt here would do wonders for his confidence.
I mean, a band hit from that far away this early on, though, I mean, you're upset, but you probably feel pretty confident, at least in the putting stroke moving forward.
Yeah, you just don't want to be taking a bogey on a hole like this, especially after committing going forward in one, just to get further down there and then kicking OB is unfortunate. So the rest of the card here, wrapping up their birdie putts. And Zach erasing the work that he did on hole one to take a bogey on hole two.
Yeah. This whole sponsor is brought to you by Dr. Christie Disc Dyes. Die happy. For more information, visit the website on the screen.
Getting the hole three, par 3, 460 feet, is the second hardest hole, and for good reason. You'll find out on the back nine what is the first hardest. I'm interested now that it's not raining as much to see if our lead card will actually attempt to go with the forehand play, because we did see a lot of backhand plays just throwing down the tunnel and then chipping up for an easy par. Let's see if any of these guys are going to go for it round two.
GT looks to be just playing the safe play. Just get something, down in the middle of the fairway. That's, pretty much ideal position to get up and down from there.
Makes that up shot a little tighter, but these guys are good enough to make that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess maybe the hole is just playing this way right now. It's also just extremely slick.
Yeah, they are electing to play on the tee pad a lot more. That is a flippy disc thrown by James.
A bit overcooked. This is, okay, here we go. Let's see what happens.
We tried it the last round, and he clipped early on the left. If this gets a big skip.
That's where like a really good backhand will typically end up. You want to, if you're going to play the forehand, you usually want to get a little closer than that. But
look at this. He didn't kick further into the rough than I thought he was, and that's you guys
incredible.
Do not know how good that shot is. That is phenomenal. Matt Bell here with the upshot, just giving himself a little look to wrap up his par. These upshots can be very touchy and very annoying with these trees in the way.
Where GT is super annoying. You won't see it from where the camera angle is, but you got to get inside and outside a few different trees there. He did that to perfection.
Had confidence on the last putt.
Oh.
He's all over it from range right now.
Yeah, that doesn't look... it looks confident. Matt squeaking one in there. That was
living life on the edge right there.
A couple of these putts looking kind of squeaky. But no damage on this one. Looks like everybody's going to be tapping out a par what you want to see.
The look in GT's eyes he means business. This whole sponsor is brought to you by Ideo Sports. Use Discin deals to save on your next pair of some of the best disc golf shoes on the market.
Getting into hole 4 here, it's going to be a 515-foot par 4. Going to be coming in at the third easiest for good reason. Just going to be a 2-shot hole. Going to be playing a forehand or backhand up the middle, usually a mid-range on the backhand, or you can get some distance with a distance driver on the forehand. As you can see, this fairway breaks to the right once you get out the initial gap. But a lot of these guys are going to be chasing for a birdie on this one.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to be taking a bogey. You want to be getting that birdie, and that is saucy.
That looks
from
great.
GT.
Yeah, you just want to, yep, that's in a perfect spot. You just don't want to get in that grouping of trees on the left there.
Matt Bell, little early. You know, depending on how bad that kick to left, he might be in the alleyway behind the short tee pad to actually still get up and down.
Yeah, it looked like he just kind of slipped on the tee pad on his shot. James also showing you how to do it. That's even better than GT's.
It's like a replica of round 1 there. Zach Nash opting to go with the forehand.
I wonder if he's doing this because of the sheer amount of spin he gets on his backhand, if he's just worried about like a really bad kick.
I don't know, but even that kick of that tree right there, that's still in a fine spot. Obviously, he would love to see that finish out, get him closer, but anything right of those trees is good. And we are seeing a forehand roller. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. If that breaks off, wow.
That is an incredible recovery shot.
Matt Bell, teach me your ways.
What is GT looking at? He was looking like he was looking higher. And
I was like, I thought he was going to hyzer to the sky. That would have been, I would have loved to see it, but obviously just the backhand, something flat to stable.
Yeah. Seeing why this hole is going to be the third easiest, these guys are, just dicing it up. Even Matt getting up and down from where he was, definitely doable.
Which begs the question, should we see Blackhawk even harder next year? Some of these rounds that these guys are starting to put out at Blackhawk, even with the changes, they are scorching them. That is a great putt from Matt Bell. That is I will never see a better scramble in person ever again. That was awesome.
Looking at these guys cleaning up their birdies. Yep, confident stroke there for sure.
And that is 4 birdies on hole 4.
Which you know what that means. We've got a star frame, and you could even say it went full constellation.
Full constellation indeed. And yeah, deservedly so. Run it back 2 times. I could watch this shot all day. This was one of the nastiest shots that I've watched. I mean,
if you guys are familiar with Matt Bell's bag and you know what that disc is, comment down below. We're very interested to know what that is.
Yeah, I'm going to go put it in my bag as soon as I find out.
Progress doesn't stand still. Neither do we. Every moment matters, every step evolving through experience. Trust breeds confidence, and confidence is everything. Any terrain, any conditions. The all-new Syncrasy V2 by Ideo Sports.
Getting into hole 5, par 4, 560 feet, playing as the 5th easiest here. You just want to throw something on hyzer or something that's very overstable flat to hyzer to get around these trees. Not where the drone is flying is the intended gap to hit. But once you do, you usually leave yourself with just like a straight up shot to where you can go with your backhand or forehand, whichever up shot is comfortable with you. GT with the box.
That looks good. It just needs to get some forward push once it hits the ground. Oh, that was a little deep. It didn't look that deep.
It didn't look that deep. I thought he might have thrown it like perfect, but he's still in a great spot.
Again, shapes to Matt's.
Yeah, clipped some cabbage there that knocked him down, but even right there, you can still
get up and down, and obviously he's good at getting up and down.
100%. Might not see the forehand roller, which I'd want to see again, but...
You think he does a lot of burpees? Getting up and down?
Yeah, maybe. I have maybe a workout exercise video from Matt Bell. Shout out. That had some steam coming out of it, and with that kind of spin and that kind of overstability with that disc, I mean, just... That's ideal.
Yeah. I've only seen a few people get further than that. That's in a perfect spot.
And then Matt Bell turning into the scramble king, man. This is some awesome stuff that we're seeing from Matt Bell right now. That is an incredible shot.
It's all about how you recover.
Yeah, GT keeps faking me out with his
He's
form.
just like-
It just looks like he's going to look up into the sky and just yeet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Just the way the camera catches him, I guess. But
And
yeah,
the-
these guys playing exactly the way you want to see it played. Just he got rooted.
Get rooted.
They're playing it the way you want to see, right? You just play your first shot, get into a good position.
Ooh, that was
was
probably
a-
a little bit higher than Zach wanted because those limbs will knock your disc down and send you into a frenzy of frustration.
He is also putting himself very far away for his putts. I definitely think he wants to get a little closer than he is.
That is a phenomenal putt by GT. I like his putting style. There you go, Zach.
And 4 through 5 for GT and looks to be Matt as well. Those are going to be ideal starts. It's pretty much perfect out here at Blackhawk.
Yeah, you throw hole 3 away because that one is very hard to get a hold of as we get another star frame.
This whole sponsor is brought to you by Ducks Flying Discs, providing the best disc sports products to the greater Wichita area since 2013. Getting into hole 6, 270 feet, par 3, coming in at the first easiest. Yeah, I mean, pretty much just whatever you want to throw on this hole. You've got a backhand, forehand, left gap, right gap, up the middle gap if you've got it like that.
We almost saw an ace from Logan Plake in the first round, and 2 of those guys on the feature card decided to go up the middle. Was it intended? We don't know. GT, first look at the forehand here. That is a stable disc.
And slightly up the middle. That's just a fine spot. You're in the circle over there.
Wasn't as good as Logan's. He almost aced.
Man, these guys are making me question. They're going inside. That almost had some chains.
That could have done some things. We're seeing James here with the backhand. That's got to get a little bit stable. Got stable enough just right between those 2 trees, which is always a fun putt.
These guys are shredding this hole.
That's wide enough. It's got enough hyzer. It's going to skip, and it's just going to put him right inside the bullseye.
That is the ideal forehand line there, guys. Outside that last tree.
If only I had that kind of forehand. GT, I feel like is not going to miss a putt this entire round.
He's cooking. James also still holding on to the lead.
He's
Just
doing what he needs to do right now.
one birdie off of what these other guys have got.
And once again, lead card,
With another star frame.
yes, one would say a full constellation. This whole sponsor is brought to you by Double Par Designs. Visit the website today for designs for your next tournament flyers, custom hot stamps, logos, or social media graphics. Getting into hole 7, par 3, 310 feet. Daunting of a tee shot because these trees do not care about your disc and they will kick it left, they will kick it right. So just throw it down the middle, give yourself the best opportunity to hit that gap because 9 times out of 10 with these guys, they're probably putting for birdie if they hit the initial gap.
See how GT does it?
That is a pipe job.
Yep, that is. Yeah, he turned around. He's done. He's like, I did what I needed to do.
Yeah, he's
And
playing with some swagger right now, and I'm digging it.
Matt also getting through the gap, getting skinny, but doing what he needed to do.
I have learned that disc is a Pathfinder.
That's
a
impressive.
glow Pathfinder. So he's putting in some work with that disc. That was a little too high from James, and it's
Going to be about 60 feet.
yeah, he's that 10% out of 9 of 10 that if you hit the gap, you're usually oh no.
Yeah, Zach definitely wants that one back.
An early right on this hole is just trouble. It brings bogey into play. He's got to lean up against a tree and everything, and
Yeah, that's typical of, when you end up in any of the rough on the right side. You generally want to be left. If you end up in the left rough, it's pretty salvageable, but the right stuff is straight jail.
yeah. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail. Big putt here from. Wow, I thought he had it the entire way.
It looked good.
Until it didn't. Matt Bell tapping in the birdie. GT is also parked as well. We got Zach here tapping in for the bogey.
Go in the opposite direction. You know, it's one of those magical rounds. You do a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
You know,
that's-
par, bogey, birdie. He's doing it all.
Blackhawk can be like that. Not everyone can be GT and Matt Bell right now because they are shredding.
Getting a real deal from GT here. We get to see him absolutely lace the drive, and he turns around. He knows it's parked. He doesn't even have to watch the rest of the flight.
That's what we call Steph Curry right there. It's just, you know, when he hits the three, turns around, knows it's going in.
Getting into hole 8, this one's going to be a par 3, 360 feet carry over the pond here. As we discussed in the first round, not generally going to hang it out this wide. You're going to want to be a little bit tighter to the tree, but you are going to be throwing a hyzer over the water to get yourself up as close as you can to the basket for a birdie opportunity. Coming in at about 7th hardest.
Look how muddy that tee pad is. This time GT is aiming to the sky.
And that looks perfect. Just catch some ground.
One time
and
for the
sit.
one time? Okay, a lot shorter than I thought. Hey, look at that. He's able to put some backspin on that baby. Doesn't sound like Matt Bell loved it.
But it's coming in.
Yo.
Yeah. Oftentimes there's a wind that carries over the top of the trees that pushes your disc down pretty hard.
Now Matt Bell will have to be going to the drop zone.
And probably not getting that disc back today. The water is extremely high from the amount of rain that we got, and that also makes it extremely murky. Probably not getting that back. James parked it, though.
And we got Zach looking to bounce back here after the bogey on hole 7. This have a one-timer? Oh, my goodness.
That got super close. Generally, this hole will catch an ace or two in a tournament out here, especially if there's, 2 or 3 rounds.
And this is our first look at the drop zone here. Go backhand or forehand. And that Matt Bell is good for. Fortunate bogey coming.
James keeping a stroke lead on GT.
Could it be 2?
It is.
You know what? That was
Commentator's
my first
curse.
time. Yeah, first time commentator curse. GT, I'm sorry.
He's shaking his head. He's not happy with that. Definitely want that one back. Matt tapping out his bogey.
Yeah,
I've taken many a double there, going in the water and then not making my upshot routine.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for us amateurs to do. Zach with a good bounce back here, and other than James getting a stroke on GT and Matt, Zach goes ahead and gets a stroke back on GT and Matt. And that cart was just riding the whip. Getting into hole 9 here, par 3, 390 feet, pond left, pond right, both OB. You do not want to get acquaintance with your disc to the water on this one. This one is pretty simple. Just throw a hyzer outright. It's the best way to play it. And I want to see someone throw a forehand on this hole, but we probably will not get that.
Probably
James,
not. James hitting an
wow.
early branch. Not a mistake I expected to see from him, but he's safe.
Most of the times you do that, your disc wants to go into that pond on the right. That was very fortunate.
Yeah, hydroplane straight into the water.
Yeah. And you got Zach here looking like no effort.
And he's probably going in the woods again.
Can we get a little skip before the woods? Yeah.
Wow.
A little sneaky guy
Nice.
there.
GT is definitely wanting to get after this one, especially seeing the mistake that James made. Those are the openings you're looking for when you're playing in the MPO division. And he executed
To perfection. I'll finish that sentence for you. That is ideal for a fact. Matt Bell looking to get a bounce back from hole 8, and this is looking very promising.
Yep. There you go.
That is CTP, one would say.
Going to be looking at James's approach here. The lone person that didn't get up for the birdie, but can still get up and down for his par. Keep himself with a stroke lead. Don't mind the airplane noise. The airport is about 1.5 miles away.
Yeah, and that's Blackhawk for you. Sometimes you'll hear a train, sometimes you'll hear an airplane. Heck, with the zoo being right across the street, sometimes you'll hear a ooh-ooh or an ah-ah.
James cleaning up his par after Zach got his birdie in the bucket.
Yeah, GT taking a deep breath right here. He knows that being 2 back of James right now, a stroke on him right here would be ideal. And did I see that correctly? Does he put 2 fingers on the rim when he putts?
It looks like it, which is super interesting. Lefty.
Oh,
lefty
stats. Matt knows all about the lefty stats. He's 100%. 2 for 2.
Yeah, what we've seen so far. Getting another real deal here.
Got to be the CTP. Didn't mean to cut you off there, but it's got to be the CTP here. Sometimes this is the way to ace the hole, which I want to give a shout out to one Yasha Koman who hit a twinsy on me on this hole. So
ridiculous. That is going to be a wrap on the front 9 round 2 coverage. As you can see, James still holding a lead through 9 at 16 down. We've got GT chasing him down at 15. Matt and the others not far off. However, that's going to wrap this up. So if you're interested in continuing to see the action play out, be sure to join us on the back 9. Like, subscribe, and send all the love. We'll see you guys over there.